Oh my God.
Saliva Tribe.
Graham.
Well,
Graham.
yeah.
Graham made this. A different entity. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, welcome back to issue number 12. Probably the most exciting issue to ever happen to anyone. My name is Ray Doomzilla on internet. All the way to my left is our returning champion, Hondo, the Hondolorian, Barry Alex, Captain Central America.
Hondo Calrissian.
Hondo Calrissian.
Go Niners, go Niners. Hello, hello.
And in the middle here, the legendary, the exalted one, the Conan Spawn fan, the best thing that ever happened to the internet, Beau. Welcome, Beau. Welcome finally to the SF Company Hour, our weekly show here.
Yes.
And no, it's not going to be a roast of Beau. It's going to be a toast of Beau, really. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. So, Beau, welcome to the show. First time on the show. Introduce yourself.
yeah. Thanks, Ray. I'm Beau. Several nicknames. Good Lord, pick one.
Low Beau.
Low Beau. Bumpkin. You know,
Beau no regard.
Beau no regard. Beau Sif. Just doesn't matter.
Bojangles.
Bojangles. I accept them all. It's all good. And thanks for having me, Ray. Thank you very much.
It's been in the making for a long time. A lot of people are excited about this episode. We might end the podcast after this one because why you do anymore?
It's all
after this?
downhill from
Yeah.
here, man.
And Beau is already a legend on the show without even actually being on the show. So anytime you hear a weird Southern accent from one of us, that's just because of Beau. Any Conways or Spawns
Or burnt
ends.
Burnt ends. Beau, I think we quote Beau more. I have more conversations about Beau quotes than actual talking to Beau. So it's a glorious thing to actually have him on the show. So you get to see why. You see why this man is so legendary. So it's great to have you on, Beau. So Beau, talk about a little bit your. Actually, sorry. Also to introduce over on the side right here. Might chime in for a second or two. The lovely, vivacious Michelle. Lady Beau.
Lady Beau. I'm also called the Boss Lady, Lady M.
Boss lady.
There we go.
Over
See, she
here.
got more nicknames than Beau does. I love it.
The reason we tolerate Beau.
Pretty much.
Is so
Kind
we
of,
can hang out with her.
kind of more deserving to be on the panel than Beau because she actually reads comics from the past 20 years. Wait, this is not a roast of Beau.
Not around.
Remind yourself.
No, that's a fact.
It's fact.
It's
Yeah.
just
Fact.
truth.
It's
Yeah.
true.
No, don't worry. She'll be making her internet duty soon. So, and over in our corner, our engineer extraordinaire, Rick Dees.
Hi, guys. This has been the most anticipated show ever for me. Since we first started talking about this, I was saying, when are we getting Beau? And we got Beau.
We got Beau.
And we're here. Let's do this.
And away we go. All right. Actually, let's talk to Beau for a second. Just kind of so Beau's he's a big geek. He kind of goes through all spectrums of geekdom. But tell us a little about your geekdom, Beau.
Well, I mean, you said it, all spectrums, man. Movies, comic books, toys, even old school literature, read that stuff, Robert E. Howard, H.P. Lovecraft. I'm a gamer. I have from the Nintendo all the way up to the PS4, all those, just a gamer, just a nerd in general.
And a costumer, right?
Costumer, yes. I'm not a cosplayer. I don't play games when I put my costume on.
They play
Yes.
games.
It's right there in the name, Rick.
Cosplay.
Cosplay. Costume.
Cosplayed, I
Role
said
playing.
so.
Yes, there you go.
There you go.
Confused, but okay.
So he does not like the term cosplay.
Cosplayer. No cosplayer.
Cosplay or cosplayer.
Okay. So
Kevin cosplay.
Kevin cosplay. What? So he's a costumer.
Yes. Costumer.
What's the difference?
I think you guys lost that battle though.
Yeah. When sci-fi pretty much coined it and put a show on their channel about it, they called it cosplay, and it's like cosplay stems from LARP, which is live action role play. And
I've seen that stuff. That's just, it
LARP?
looks like fun.
You mean like YARP or LARP?
No, like LARP.
Oh, okay.
No, they actually like I don't know if you see, what was that movie? Where Paul Rudd and
Role models.
Role models. They did like a LARPing thing, and that I actually got to see that. They used to do it like in Golden Gate Park, which is fucking interesting. But that's where fucking cosplay comes from. Okay.
Vampire the Masquerade was a live action role play like that, and they did that for a lot of years. And then they started dressing up, and then it just kind of blossomed into cosplay, costume role playing.
What do you costume as? Is that the way you say it?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it's like
how do you
cosplay is apparently
costume?
like the N-word to them, so
Hey,
Don't say the C word.
Hey, when I say cosplayer, that's cool, right?
I can say that, right? Yeah, I'm cool.
Cosplay.
I know people.
If you put the Aya in there, it's fine.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
It's gonna be one of those. All right, so let's we'll go. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about this week. It was actually probably one of the biggest news weeks we've had in the show. So
True.
we're gonna try to go through a bunch of stuff and talk about a bunch of things and not roast Beau at all. So that's what we're gonna do there. So let's talk some trailers. There was a bunch of trailers that dropped this week. Let's see. The first one, let's talk about New Mutants. Finally coming out. Filmed, I think, in early 2018, 2017.
17.
Scheduled to come out 2018. Got pushed to 2019. Got pushed from there. Got pushed like several times. Was it after the acquisition of Fox? They weren't sure if they're actually going to release it at all because they're going to try to reboot the mutant thing in the MCU. So there was a lot of speculation if there was going to happen or not. They went in for reshoots on this too. I'm not sure how extensive they went with that. But it's finally being released. They just released a new trailer. And personally, I love this trailer. I thought it was great. I thought the scene, the cast is really well. I like they're actually using their powers. They they kind of looks like they're acting like their characters, which is nice. And it looks like from the trailer, it looks like hints of Demon Bear, like one of the famous storylines by Claremont and Sienkiewicz.
Yes.
So it's one of the most popular New Mutant storylines. So it looks like they're pulling from that. It's like a half horror movie, half X-Men movie. So
Very gritty.
Looks looks good. So, Beau, you watched the trailer. You figured out the internet.
I figured out the internet. I looked it up. Kind of happy. Maisie Williams from Game of Thrones. She's playing Wolfsbane.
Yeah,
It looks like.
Yeah.
Oh, one of my favorite characters. I'm down for that. We got, was it Colossus' sister,
Ileana.
Magic?
Ileana.
Yeah.
Ileana.
And
If you ever watch the X-Men cartoon, you know what that is.
and what was the other one that I know for a fact? Sunspot.
Sunspot. And then
yes.
Dude from Stranger Things is playing
Cannonball.
Cannonball.
That's the one I was
Cannonball's
really
going to
happy
be
to see.
interesting
Yeah, I'm
to
a big
see.
Cannonball. Yeah, Sam Guthrie. I love Cannonball. So yeah, they look like their characters. They actually looks like they're acting like their characters. And I better see a cameo from Lockheed because I love Lockheed the Dragon.
Oh, yeah. The little...
Yeah.
So what do you think about this, Alex?
I liked the trailer. I really liked Maisie Williams as Wolfsbane.
Yeah.
I think she's gonna play a good role. I think the cast looks fine. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be pretty cool. And I'm glad that it's making my New Mutant comic books jump up.
You new average people?
Yeah, new average people. So that was my complaint. Like when they first made those characters, they looked like they were dressed in like average clothes. Like didn't look like superhero costumes. And so I started calling them the new average people.
Back in the 80s.
Yeah, back in the 80s. Yeah. So I don't know. They didn't really impress me that much when they first came out, but over time they've become a good team of superheroes.
Yeah.
So and it's gonna look forward to seeing them on the big screen. Absolutely.
Michelle, what do you think of this?
I like the horror aspect
Yeah.
of it. I don't know much about the New Mutants, but
Right.
now I want to like actually read, about them now. But yeah, I like the horror aspect of it.
Yeah, it looks like they're really diving deep in the horror thing. So Rick, what do you think about this? You think this is going to be part of the MCU? Have they said anything about this?
So that's where I was going to go with it. So I really dig the fact that they're doing horror. Horror is my thing. But the one thing that I looked at, just the way the movie actually looks and just the lighting, doesn't look bright and cheery like almost every other Marvel movie does. This movie looks dark. It looks, in certain parts, it's going to look scary. I'm just wondering, like, I love the fact that, you know, Maisie Williams is Wolfsbane. We still haven't seen her in full transformation yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
That's, you know, that's one of those big things, because I think a lot of people, when they saw Beast, the Hank McCoy character, Nicholas Hoult, the new one from First Class, they liked it. Some people liked it. Some people hated it. It definitely was an upgrade over
Kelsey Grammer's.
Yeah, well, Kelsey Grammer I think was just a.
I think that was the best part of Last Day. The more I watch it,
when
I go back
Beast.
and watch it,
Yeah,
he was
Beast
actually
was
Beast was actually pretty decent.
I like his Beast, but
that movie was horrible. That's a fucking abortion of cinema.
Kelsey Grammer's Beast is like reminded me of the cartoon Beast.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it fit.
I
thought it was a good pick. Actually,
Yeah, I didn't like it at first, but the more
you look at it,
when I watch that movie, like I hate so many things about it, but Beast is actually
center
stands
part
out.
of
It's
his
actually
face
pretty.
just looked way too plastic for me.
Oh,
You
some
know.
of the
prosthetics.
Yeah,
some of the
prosthetics.
costuming.
Yeah, costuming.
All right.
Overall, if it's part of MCU, I think this is why it probably took a little bit longer. They probably did some reshoots, brought them back, probably included some characters or some scenes that are probably going to connect the whole thing together, which I'm hoping for. But,
yeah. Well, we'll hope it looks good. I'm glad they're releasing it.
Fingers crossed again.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right. So going to the DC side of things, Birds of Prey had a new trailer that came out, and truthfully, I actually like this trailer. I still don't like the way they look. I don't like the kind of representations of the characters. Like they don't really look like their characters. It looks like they're all going clubbing. But I thought this trailer was fun. I like looks like the action and the visuals are going to be great. I still not 100% sold on this movie, but I don't think we need if we're going to do a Birds of Prey, should do a Birds of Prey. You okay there, Rick?
Well, yeah.
You didn't watch the trailer, did you?
Oh, well, you know what?
Did not do your homework.
No, well, when it comes to this one, it's...
you know what? The first trailer I did not like. This one I actually kind of intrigued by. I'm kind of like, okay, I might be on board with this. But Alex, what'd you think of this trailer?
It was okay. It's corny AF, you know.
Oh, yeah. I don't think this we're the demographic for this one.
They're not reaching into this middle-aged guy right here.
It's more of a teenage hot topic kind of crowd they're going after with this.
And they even like advertise like Hot Topic, right? Don't they? Or I don't know.
Well, it looks like Hot Topic the movie pretty much.
I was gonna say, look at Harley Quinn's wardrobe, man. Come on, yeah. Hot Topic the movie.
Yeah. No, it looks like Molly. Let's all do Molly the movie. Yeah.
It should be a fun movie, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna see that like opening night. That's gonna be something I'm gonna wait and hear what the reaction is.
The visuals look, the fights look kind of cool. The visuals look kind of cool. It's just, I'm not totally sold on it. Michelle, would you watch this trailer? What'd you think?
It looked like it was fun.
Yeah.
But it's still, like you guys said, it looked more like they're going clubbing.
Yeah.
And I didn't get sold on... Harley Quinn is fine, right? But then the other ladies, I'm not familiar with too much, but they don't even look like they were dressed properly.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I feel. I'd probably wait till it's on, like, you know...
Netflix.
Amazon or something like that. Netflix. I'd wait.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it looks like fentanyl the movie. Like
okay.
Fentanyl the movie.
I'm actually hoping.
Hot Topic the movie. Fentanyl the movie.
I'm actually hoping that Ewan McGregor just.
Yeah, it looks
he's
like
the thing that looks like it can save it.
Yeah,
exactly.
He's a great actor.
Even though it's not playing Black
him as
Mask
the villain.
comics.
Okay.
But Ewan McGregor and I'm pretty much anything. I'm down with Ewan McGregor and anything. But yes, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe sassy Black Mask will be kind of cool.
No. So I just kind of saw it right now, and the one thing I took away from it, it feels like I watched Batman by Tim Burton. Now I'm fucking watching Joel Schumacher. That's what it feels. It looked the colors.
I have to.
And everything that I'm
he
looking
went down that
is
road.
Joel.
Ooh.
This feels like. Didn't WB learn their fucking lesson?
No.
Like, don't try to make it with all these bright colors. I looked at the explosion when they, like, I think they're blowing up Ace Chemicals, or she, like, blows up Ace Chemicals.
Yeah, that's...
Why is there, like, yellows and reds? Oh, because of the chemicals? or is it because that's the way it look in the comic book? It's like it feels very Joe Schumacher-ish when I'm looking at the colors.
That doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. I think Batman Forever is actually a pretty decent Batman movie.
Yeah, but that's just like it's decent. But then, did he really give us anything? Did he give us a good Batman movie? He didn't.
For those who don't know, Joel Schumacher
better than Batman
directed
Batman and Robin and Batman Forever.
The mid '90s.
He's a great director. Movies. Don't get me wrong. It's just he shouldn't have probably directed Batman.
It was a studio mandate for that one because Batman Returns kind of scared the studio when they were like they wanted a lighter.
Burton was doing some crazy.
They wanted a lighter
shit.
Batman, and then for the next one for Batman Robin, they wanted even lighter Batman. He wanted to actually take it into a darker place, but the studio wanted light because they didn't want people being scared of their Happy Meal toys.
And once again, the studio's fucking up by doing this. And this is you know what? Harley's a great character. Cassandra Cain, severely miscast because she's a fucking extreme badass.
Yeah, I don't like.
She's not Jubilee from the fucking X-Men.
Yeah,
you know.
Oh yeah.
That's how she's being portrayed a little bit.
She's like Harley's X-23.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Hollywood just needs to stay closer to the source material.
They just
instead of veering off.
They need somebody guiding them.
No, it doesn't have to be all the way to the source, but just
guide them.
Close to.
Feige's doing a great job with guiding Marvel.
True.
I just want to know who the fuck is guiding DC.
Yeah.
Good question.
You know.
Supposedly, they want Abrams to be the guy over there. So.
Oh, please do. Yeah. Fucking bring somebody in to just corral everything.
Somebody with some strength. And
but you got to give DC credit. Their TV lineup for the longest time was good. And Marvel
for the longest time.
What TV content?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, The Flash.
For one season and a half.
Two,
Batman Light.
Smallville was good.
Took me 3 seasons to get
the last 4 seasons. Lana Lang almost ruined it. Okay, keep going.
Fanboy hate.
but
Nerd rage.
But see, then you compare that to what Marvel had. Iron Fist.
Crap.
Yeah. Daredevil.
Exactly.
Daredevil, awesome.
Daredevil was
Punisher,
good.
Awesome.
Punisher was good.
Luke Cage.
First Jessica Jones
Cage
season.
was kind of. Luke Cage
was good, man.
First
Jessica Jones.
Until they killed Cottonmouth. It was good. Yeah, it was good.
Mahershala Ali, you're fucking awesome.
Yeah,
man.
that's Blade now.
He's Blade now.
Where
that's
DC,
right.
where DC's good is the animation.
Yes.
In the animation department, there, DC kicks ass.
Until
Batman the animated series,
this is
the greatest thing DC Comics has ever done. Batman the animated series.
I think it's the best cartoon series ever done. Really, the Batman animated series.
I mean, you can watch that as a kid and enjoy it, and then you grow up and watch it as an adult, and see so many different things in that.
You can actually show that to a kid.
Yes.
There's a lot of cartoons that people don't want you to see. Like, people don't want to see fucking Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner because it's too fucking violent. But Batman, even as violent as got the animated series is probably one of the finest pieces of animation out there.
Very much so.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
The Batman animated series.
The best.
Yeah.
All right, so, that's a very hot topic.
But we digress.
Hot topic.
Literally.
But
there you go, you got it. Slight Beau delay. It's a great album by Beck, Beau delay. All right, so not the roast of Beau. Okay, I'm gonna keep that. All right, so another trailer we're gonna talk about. This trailer, Locke and Key on Netflix, coming out next month, February 7th, I believe. Great comic book series by Joe Hill, of course, famously Stephen King's son. I really love the comic book series. Till the end, I had problems with the ending, but really, it looks really good. Looks very, very Amblin-esque. Very, looks like they captured the fun of the book and kind of the horror and suspense of the book. So I'm very excited about this. Alex, you've read the comic and you've seen the trailer. What are your thoughts?
The trailer looks good. It looks interesting. It looks like it's keeping pretty close to the source material, to the comic book. The comic book, in my opinion, is a masterpiece. I mean, don't sleep on Locke and Key comic book. It is damn excellent. Written by Stephen King's son, Joe Hill. Illustrated by, what's the illustrator's name? He is fantastic.
Yeah, the art in that book
Gabriel
is really...
Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gabriel Rodriguez is...
Yeah, the art is excellent.
Is amazing artist. And so that comic book is dark, it's deep, it's really cool, and like I've been saying the whole time, if the series is half as good as the comic books, we're all in for a treat, because the comic book is one of the most amazing comic books ever, in my opinion. So I'm looking forward to it. Then the trailer looks good. Looks good.
Yeah. Beau, what'd you think about this?
Sadly, I did not read the book, but I've heard nothing but good things.
Well, it came out in the last 10 years, so.
Yeah, exactly. It's newer, yeah. But I did watch the trailer and did some digging and some reading. Got kind of the basic for it. I want to watch it. I'm really interested in this. It looks good. You know, the acting looks, really good. Special effects in the trailer look amazing. And like I said, it got me interested. And that's what you need to do with the trailer.
Yeah, it looks like they spent money on this, which it deserved. I think it was they shot a pilot for it. It was going to be on Fox at one point. And,
FX, yeah.
Yeah, and so I'm kind of glad that failed, because this looks like this is the better version of this story. Because they're actually, Netflix just throws money at everything. They're trying to compete with Disney Plus, so these things are going to look like movies, but they're for Netflix. Michelle, what'd you think of this trailer?
I saw the trailer, and it actually made me want to pick up the comic books, because I want to make sure that I can understand the story and can relate it with the TV show. Do we know when it's coming out?
February 7th, I believe.
Okay.
Yes,
so
February 7th.
I think they'll all be released at once, because that is the way.
Jump on reading the comic book as advised by Hondo over there.
Yeah.
And watch it. So
Yeah,
it looks
great,
good.
man.
Looks good. Yeah, I'm excited about this. Rick, you read
yeah.
the comic, right?
I read the comic.
Yeah.
It's
This is like
Gabriel Rodriguez.
Gabriel Rodriguez.
Yeah, Gabriel, not Gabrielle.
Okay.
We don't want to
Gabriel.
get mad.
The masculine, not the feminine.
Yeah. It looks
Gabs.
pretty sick. It's a sick
Gabrod?
trailer. I mean, you can't really say enough about Joe Hill. I mean, he even changed his name to get away from his famous
Stephen
father.
King?
Yeah, he doesn't want to be known as a king. He wants to get there on his own.
Yep.
And he's there.
Oh
He's
yeah,
there, man.
he's
definitely what I see. He is his father's son, and
He definitely
he's going
has
to be
his-
the heir apparent to this whole
yeah.
horror.
yeah.
Horror coming up, man. Joe Hill, I'm excited for things. Anytime he does something now, he's definitely gonna pique my interest and try to go get it right as soon as it comes out.
right.
He's and this Lock and Key, dude, I can't wait. It's only 6. Is it how many episodes gonna probably be? 8 episodes.
Right, they usually do like 8 or so, yeah, which is fine. Like if
And I love the kid.
I haven't read it yet, but right now DC has this whole Joe Hill line of comic books.
yeah, what's
so
it called?
Joe Hill,
Ravencroft or something like that.
something like
nice.
that.
Yeah, it's like Ravencroft. or
Yeah,
something.
but I hear they're really good. I just haven't read them yet.
I love the kid. I love the kid who's playing. Is it Bodhi?
Oh no,
Yeah.
I know what you're.
Bodhi's the little one, right?
Bodhi's a little kid.
Yeah. So the little kid from It.
Yes,
The guy who played George.
Oh, the little kid from It.
Yeah.
From the-
From the
okay.
who got his arm, eaten by fucking Pennywise. Little Georgie.
Tales or
Oh,
Ruins
okay, I'm
of
thinking of the
Raven.
wrong thing.
Yeah, that's not him. See, that's
Yeah.
that's just
Thinking of someone
that's
else.
Marvel
Yeah.
doing it. Yeah, that's Frank
Oh.
Terry.
But there is something similar to that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So
All right.
yeah, I can't wait for this.
Yeah, it looks good,
show.
man. I'm really excited about
It's,
that.
it's actually 10 episodes.
10
Oh,
episodes.
good.
Oh,
10
I'm
Here we
episodes.
go.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna have a lot of watching to do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be.
There's a lot of source
definitely-
material.
Must see.
A lot of source material, a lot of mythology in there, and like all the keys do different things.
Yeah.
Like you can open a door and your spirit gets, you can turn into a spirit, or you can open a key in the back of your head so you can enter somebody's mind. One key.
Turn the key. Turn
Yeah,
the
all
guy
the keys
into a
have
girl,
special
girl into a
powers.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Yeah,
there's-
it's very interesting. It's weird. It's very a lot of horror elements in there. A lot of nods to different kind of horror types of things. So I'm excited about this. This should be good. All right, so let's run. Yeah, like I said, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So first, let's talk about the Halloween remake. Andy Muschietti famously directed the It movies.
Attack on Titan, Mama. and
He
he's-
direct? Oh, you directed Mommy. Yeah, that's right.
And he's slated to do the Flash.
Yeah, which is I hope
Flashpoint.
I would be
No,
excited.
Flash.
Flash.
Yeah, he's
well,
gonna
they're
do a
gonna.
version of Flashpoint though.
Yeah, they're
But
gonna
the
do
Yeah.
storyline
Yeah.
is
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Flashpoint,
yeah.
right?
Version of it.
Yeah, basically they're gonna try
Of
to reboot
course,
it.
it's not. No, it's exactly the same.
Are you trolling me, bro?
Okay.
Anyway, I would be excited about the Flash movie, but until they replace Ezra Miller, I'm not excited about that movie because every time I watch that Justice League movie, which I don't hate, he is the worst part of that movie. It, worse and worse every time. He is not a good Flash. But on a different, let's go back to the original side. So The Howling, definitely one of the better werewolf movies. Probably the best werewolf design in a movie, I think.
Yes, sir.
Name a better one, Rick. He wants to, but he can't.
I mean, I really love American Werewolf, man.
Yeah, I'm a biped.
But that, he's a quadruped.
I love the fact that he turned into just like he was a massive beast.
Yeah.
The TV series Werewolf.
That was
the
great.
old Fox TV series
Yes.
Werewolf.
Back
in the
Lance
80s.
Oh, it's great, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember drawing. I was like in first grade, and I drew a picture of that in class. the werewolf TV show.
I have the DVDs.
No, you don't. It's not out on DVD.
No, I had like
Bootlegs.
bootlegs.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
like yeah.
There are bootlegs.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
That's what I'm saying. I've got the whole series on VHS, man.
I got it somewhere. I got it.
It's the most
somewhere.
offended. It's the most offended I've ever seen anybody on it.
No, you don't.
You do not, sir. You take that back.
I gotta dig that up, man. I'll dig it up.
How dare you've insulted me and my family.
I'll dig it up in my Beau time portal. In my pre-95 pile.
So Muschietti remaking The Howling. It's gonna be on Netflix. Alex, what do you think about The Howling? Are you a big fan of the original Howling?
Yeah, I like it. I like
Joe
it.
Dante, right?
I haven't
Yes,
seen
sir.
it in forever though. Like it's been like 20 years since I've seen it, so I need to rewatch it. You know.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. So that's on my list. But I'm excited about a new recreation. You know, considering it's the guy who did it, and you know, and all that other stuff. So man, let's do it. Let's put some good effects in it. Make it good. Make it horrorful. Make it horrorful. Is that a word?
Practical effects,
It is
please.
now.
Practical effects.
Practical effects, no
No
overseas
CG.
Yes,
bullshit.
that was going to be my thing.
Cool, have a cool werewolf design. I wasn't a big fan of The Howling growing up, but I kind of rewatched it a couple years ago, and I'm on board. I like The Howling, especially the direction of Joe Dante. So I think anybody else directing this, I would be like, but Muschietti directing this, he's not going to be wasting his time on small projects. This looks like it's going to be a big project, so I'm excited about this. Beau?
Yeah, he wants to direct it from what I've read.
Yeah, I don't think anything's official yet. But,
But he's looking at. They said he's circling it, which
I
means,
think what's the Flash thing. He's supposed to direct the Flash, but I don't think that. I still don't think that movie's gonna happen.
So many directors have
Yeah,
exited
it's already
that.
been like
Yeah,
6
true.
directors, man. And I don't think it's gonna happen. But
like you said on The Howling, man, you've got to do practical effects. I mean, CGI is good, but I mean, look at Rob Bottin. I mean, he's the one that did the change scene in The Howling. If you don't know who that is, he's the same guy that worked on The Thing with John Carpenter. Those great practical effects, that's him. So I mean, you got to get the effects right.
yeah,
You know.
the effects are
Yeah, sometimes CG is just you can totally see that it's CG.
It takes you out of
right?
the experience.
I remember watching the old Hulk, and I felt like I was watching Shrek.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So like, if you make it look like an animation, then just do an animation.
And if
know?
anything, if you're gonna do CG, one thing don't use CG for is blood. Every time I see CG blood, it takes me out of the fucking movie. It just feels like that fucking cutscene from Blade. Remember when Stephen Dorff turned into the blood fucking monster?
Oh, the blood god.
The blood tornado. I hate CG blood, man. That's the worst. Anytime I see CG
Ninja
blood.
Assassin. Remember all the fake blood in that?
no,
Dear
horrible.
Lord.
I hate
Wow, that's some cuts.
Yeah.
Rick, I know you hate horror movies and you're not excited about this. So,
At all.
Give us your thoughts.
Well, sometimes I have an issue with going back and revisiting classics. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad.
For every like Fright Night, there's like 10 fucking
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street or
It's just I don't want them to change the story. I understand the whole. I want to update movies more than remake them or rebooting them. I've heard like they're doing The Howling. If you're gonna do this, take the story, maybe rework a few things, but don't drastically redo it. You don't have to. Others work that way because like I told you guys, I love Child's Play. They reworked the whole thing. Kept Chucky, kept the kid, kept the mom, but everything else, the voodoo and all this shit, all the body swapping, they got changed. With the Howling, I want them to stay close to the source material. You know, it's these movies are classics for a reason. Sometimes you don't want to fuck with the classic, but if anybody's gonna do it, yeah, dude, I'm really okay with that director. He's proven his worth. I just hope whoever, well, it's a Netflix show, so or a movie, so they're not gonna really give him shit. He's probably gonna have carte blanche.
Yeah.
But with the Flash, WB is always there, and that's the thing.
And Ezra Miller sucks.
Yeah, they have the last say in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks it looks promising. Yeah, there hasn't been a good werewolf movie. I say this all the time for a long fucking time. I think Dog Soldiers was the last good, decent werewolf movie.
I love Dog Soldiers.
So I want a good werewolf movie. I
like Benicio's.
I was gonna say
Wolfman is actually not bad.
I'll give Rick Baker credit on that.
Joe Johnston directed Wolfman. That's actually pretty. I rewatched that a couple months ago.
Really
It's really
movie.
It's shot really well. I love the way it's shot,
Beautiful,
like kind of
man.
old school style. And the wolf transformation is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
It's actually it's a good little cut right there.
And that was a good mix of practical and CG.
Yeah. I really.
That's what needs to happen with the Howling.
Yeah.
Exactly that.
Yeah, you can have practical. You can have CG to enhance the practical effects, kind of hide the fucking the fact that they are hide the lines, hide the strings, but practical effects, man. That's what makes good horror movies. CG is ruining everything. Excited about that. Let's see. Let's just really talk real quick about this one. Godzilla versus Kong famously got pushed back to November. There's a bunch of reshoots happening. I guess there's some test screenings. We talked about this a couple of shows ago. There's test screening. The one thing that there was some leaks, some toy leaks that happened recently. Oh, yeah. So the one thing that gets me excited, and I saw the some of the spoilers for it. Mechagodzilla. Spoiler alert for Kong versus Godzilla. Mechagodzilla is going to be in there at some point. I'm not sure if he's going to be the villain. He's going to be on the human side. Does somebody get control of him? Is that the villain that the Kong and Godzilla are going to eventually team up in battle? I kind of want. I definitely kind of. They better beat the shit out of each other. I kind of don't want them teaming up. I just want Kong and Godzilla to fight each other for 2 hours. But Mechagodzilla and Godzilla versus Kong. Excited about this, Beau?
Oh, extremely excited. Plus,
Okay, next. So Alex, what?
How about you, Hondo? Extremely excited.
Extremely excited for it.
Is that it? Really? Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, he's the host, man.
No, go, but I was just fucking.
Oh, no. I mean, yeah, Mechagodzilla. Yeah, we already got the toy leak. We know that. Shut up, Rick.
Go.
But there are still other, villains, if you will, in the Godzilla universe. I mean, one of the ones I want to see redone and brought back is Gigan.
Oh, I was gonna say that. Yeah, Gigan's. Yeah,
Gigan's one of my favorites. And what about Batra?
No one likes Batra, man.
Come on, he's like Mothra, but
I want Anguillus. I want Anguillus. I want who else?
Anguillus.
I want Hedorah. I want fucking.
Well, and
Hedorah would be crazy.
And that's do that. Oh, you have to do
Biolante.
The Smog Monster Hedorah would
you got to turn
nuts.
as that plastic thing that's floating out on the Pacific Ocean. Just turn that into a monster. There's enough
Oh,
material.
right.
Yeah. You can update that shit fucking easily.
Think about the teaser at the end of the credits. They've got one of Ghidorah's heads or Ghidorah, whichever way you call it.
Ghidorah.
But I checked, and Charles Dance isn't in this movie.
Yeah.
So they're probably going to wait and do that and do Mecha King Ghidorah for the next one.
Well, this might be. Well, it depends how it does. Like, if this movie bombs, this might be the end of the MonsterVerse, which is kind of a bummer. But
I don't think so.
If this one bombs, they're not going to invest too much money. You'll see some smaller movies, but.
Well, I mean, look at the first Godzilla movie. How much screen time did Godzilla have
like
in
9 minutes or some shit like that?
It's like 9 minutes 48 seconds or something.
Yeah, and King of the Monsters, they actually added a lot more to the monsters, but it didn't blow people's minds and didn't do well critically. It did okay financially, but it didn't do the money they expected. So if this one doesn't perform well, this might be the end of the MonsterVerse. Which is, hey, if you're gonna go out with Godzilla versus Kong.
But, if you're gonna do a monster movie, show me the monsters.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, I'm totally agree with that. The only thing that scares me about this movie is Adam Wingard. That's the only thing that kind of worries me about this movie. The director, he has not doesn't have a great track record. Alex, what do you think about this? You hate Godzilla, right? That's right.
Yeah, I hate Godzilla. I love the last Godzilla movie. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. I thought it was great.
My favorite movie of 2019.
Yeah, it might be my favorite of 2019 as well. Yeah, I didn't know about Mechagodzilla, so now I'm totally thinking that King Kong and Godzilla are gonna team up on him.
They're gonna be high fiving.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna be high fiving. Like,
as Juan said last week,
Kong's gonna kneel down, and then Godzilla's gonna push him over. That old trick, you know.
I would love to see that.
Godzilla. You know.
I wonder.
They're gonna do the Godzilla victory dance.
Like, do you want to see a more goofy turn on this, or you want to see a more badass, brutal? Like,
no, I want to. Of course not. I don't want to see no goofiness. Come on, man.
We had that in the 70s.
Bring some action. Bring some some.
I want to see a brutal. I want to see kind of almost like. I want the fight to be like the first Predator movie. Kong as Schwarzenegger versus the Predator, a highly more advanced Godzilla, like Kong trying to outsmart Godzilla and try, kind of using the city against him and stuff like that. Like that's what kind of shit I want to see, like a fucking, using weapons, using
Next
his head.
level.
Why?
Because he can't fight Godzilla one-on-one. Godzilla would fucking kick his ass, but the only thing that Kong has is a smart. So I want to see jungle warfare done in a city.
He's got thumbs, man. Come on.
I mean, what Kong's gonna do? Like, kill me, come kill me now.
Do it now.
Get to the Ghidorah. Come and get me. Get me, Godzilla. Go get you now.
Right? So I don't know. That's an interesting twist that you just brought up. I mean. Yeah, we'll see. I mean,
yeah, man, I want fucking Kong to fucking put fucking face paint on, like put mud all over him, just fucking taking out Godzilla. It'd be great. If he paints himself as a building, he's just hiding in between fucking buildings.
Godzilla walks past them.
Rick, what do you think about this?
All right, so this is my thing about when I heard about Mechagodzilla. I kind of felt this coming because you're not gonna finish the fight. Nobody wants to see King Kong lose. Nobody wants to see Godzilla lose.
True.
You want to see somebody else get their ass kicked, and you want to see them. They're both gonna turn on Mechagodzilla and they're gonna fuck him up. It's gonna as a big wrestling fan. As long as I get to see fucking King Kong jumping off the tallest building, like he's off the top turnbuckle and fucking up Mechagodzilla.
Doing the Macho Man?
Yeah, straight. If he gives the Macho Man elbow or drop kicks fucking Mechagodzilla.
Now we got wrestling. Dude, we got Predator, we got wrestling.
That's, to me,
bring it all
in a kaiju fight, especially with King Kong because he's so agile. Like Dre said, that's the only way he's gonna have his agility, his smart, stick and move, float like a butterfly, sting like a fucking Kong. But I'm super excited. My whole thing is I was hoping that Mechagodzilla or something like that would have been saved further down the line. But I understand.
They haven't said if he's the main villain or if he's just going to show up. They haven't said.
I think he's going to be the main villain. Basically,
I don't think
you make toys.
Basically, the villain of the movie is going to be the humans, pretty much.
Yeah, I just don't think you make toys if you're just going to flash a guy real quick.
Oh well, they're probably going to be a bunch of monsters in this movie. There's different.
Some of the ones from
Godzilla chose all these fuckers now. Bow down.
Yeah, but see, I'm thinking that Mechagodzilla is going to be like a precursor to Mecha King Ghidorah.
I hope so.
That'd
be
exactly,
awesome.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love that scene in Godzilla versus King Ghidorah in 1991. One of the best. Mega King Ghidorah comes out as the best. Let's see. All right, so we're gonna jump to Star Wars. A couple of Star Wars rumors. The big Star Wars rumor this week. They're talking about the next movie is going to be announced soon. Supposedly it's going to be set 500 years in the past, supposedly. Basically during the High Republic times, or this is when the Republic, the Jedi were in order, the Sith are still around. Yoda is rumored to be in it. Yoda's still in it. Yoda's going to be 500 years old. He's going to be in his prime during that time. So it's kind of during that era. So and also the rumor is it's going to deal with Darth Bane, who famously created the Rule of Two. That's why there should only be 2 Sith, because the Sith were rampant around the galaxy and chaos
Fighting
ensued.
each other.
Yeah, so they decided to make the Rule of Two. So that's why you only have a master and apprentice. So this could be interesting. There's a lot of characters around that time. 500 years ago, you got Maz Kanata still around. You got Jabba the Hutt's, I believe, still alive around that time, or alive down. I can see like a young mobster. Up and coming mobster, Jabba the Hutt, like doing some shit. There's a lot of stuff. This is kind of the in between from the old Republic and the new Republic and all that. So, as a big Star Wars fan, Beau, what do you think about this?
You know, if they do it right, it'll be awesome. And you know, the last couple of movies have been kind of but I sat down and I binge watched Mandalorian start to finish, and I'm like, okay, if they can keep doing Star Wars like this, they're good. So I'm hoping that they do the new movies, you know, like this, because there's you know, new characters to bring in, you know, just all kind of new stuff they can bring in that we've heard about, you know, in some of the other Star Wars movies, but we've never seen, we've never been there. You know, if they do it right, it can work.
Well, that goes with anything, really.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but, you know, but with
Great
Star Wars,
speech, Coach.
You're still hoping that you do it right.
go team.
If you score points, you'll win the game. Michelle, as probably the second biggest Star Wars fan here, what do you think about this news?
Well, I like the fact that it's only going back 500 years from, like, you know, what we're used to as far as storyline. Because if you go too far back, then you'll probably lose people. But I'm not quite sure yet. Depends on, you know, what comes out. But, you know, like Beau said, if they do it right, then, you know, it'll be good. But I mean, I have faith.
Yeah.
I have faith. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm curious, Rick. Who do you think should direct this? Who do you think would be good to direct this new Star Wars and irritate?
Are we talking directing the movie, or like taking all this new trilogy in like a new direction?
It's not going to be a trilogy. I heard it's just going to be a series of films. So they said they used the word specifically, not a trilogy. So it could be 1 or 2 films, could be 5 films, whatever.
Interesting. So it's not just limited to like 3 stories.
Yeah, no, they kind of want to go away from the trilogy stuff. So this might be a series of films. They haven't said. Well, I think that's a smart move. If the first one works, and there's more stories to tell out of that, you know, era. Tell some more stories, but don't force a trilogy on somebody. Don't, you know. But who do you think should direct this?
You know, I'm gonna go out the box, man.
Don't say Tarantino.
No.
Scorsese.
He's already worked with Disney, and he did great in a sci-fi kind of a movie that he did. I want James Gunn.
James
Okay.
Gunn?
Okay.
I think
It feels, because the stuff that he does is fun, and that's what I think. Like I've always said, Star Wars is supposed to be fun, man. Yeah. It's a whole thing of like good versus evil. It's all those tropes that, you know, you grew up fucking, that it teaches you the right way and shit. But yeah, James Gunn, I had like a blast watching Guardians 1 and Guardians 2.
Yeah.
You know, it's an inferior movie to Guardians 1, but almost everything that James Gunn has done, like I super enjoyed.
Yes.
Even anything attached to him too. Brightburn, I dug, even if he was just a
I think he's a writer on that. I think he's a writer. Yeah.
Yeah. So that'd be my choice. I just want to make sure that Kathleen Kennedy, I need her off of this project. I need her as far away from everything that's Disney or Marvel.
Leave Kathy alone.
Miss Kennedy, take 5. Take 5.
Give me
We'll do
somebody
this.
else
Right.
to guide this whole
All right,
thing.
enough with your toxic masculinity.
Oh my god, fuck you guys.
I agree.
Stop
I'm a woman.
mansplaining it.
High five.
Rick was mansplaining it.
Mansplaining Star Wars again.
Are you trolling me?
So, Alex, what do you think about this? What do you think about Yoda in his prime kicking ass?
Yeah, I'm interested in drinking age Yoda. You know, you know. And you know,
I hope this is like college age, like young fucking
college partying Yoda.
Yeah, he just like doesn't give a fuck. Comes to the Jedi Council with sunglasses and fucking. It's like when Rick strolls in, hungover, fucking just glasses, shirt untucked, just like
Yoda walks in. What's up?
Oh, a lot of death sticks last night. Oh man.
So what I thought was okay from this last trilogy were the characters. I like Daisy Ridley. John Boyega, not Bodega, like I said before. So I like these actors, the characters. I like Poe Dameron.
We're talking about this High Republic movie.
So I'm hoping that with this High Republic movie, this going back, if they have good characters like that you can follow along, that people that are interesting, that are, then I'm okay with it. It should be fine,
I agree. I just don't. Other thing with this movie or this new line, I just don't want to be bombarded with old stuff. Like I understand, like
what is set in the past?
Like no. But I mean about the original saga or all this the Skywalker saga.
Yeah, you don't even need to mention Skywalker in this.
Well, it's before, so there's no real Skywalker.
Exactly.
But I understand that the whole Yoda thing. I'd want a whole new Star Wars story, actually. I'd want the mention of these people, like I'd mention of Master Yoda. Master Yoda's out there. I don't want to see him. I want to see new characters.
Well.
Yeah, I want to see new characters.
I think they
I don't think you're gonna get what you want.
Because the thing is, as a fan, this is what brings the toxic out. Because we have an idea of our characters that we grew up and we loved, and then we see them on screen, like portrayed by or written by other people. And it's out of character. Rian Johnson fucked up Luke Skywalker forever. It's just he would never quit.
I think
stay away from that.
I think Luke's gonna be redeemed with like all the stories that's gonna be told in between these stories. Like I definitely I want to see the story between after Return of the Jedi and Force Awakens. So I think just like how. Anakin Skywalker was redeemed through the Clone Wars. So I kind of hopefully they there's a lot, people want to see that Luke story. We want to see Luke after Return of the Jedi. So that's
I just don't want to see anything with all these characters from the movies that I grew up with from Episode 1 to Episode 9. Keep them out of this new Star Wars. Give me new characters, please. Give me new characters.
I want to see young Yoda though. I'm down.
I mean, Yoda's about the only one that can be there because
I just want him walking into the bar and like handling shit like fucking Wolverine. Fuck off.
Yeah, I want to see Prime Yoda. I think that you can make a movie around that. I want to see Gangster Yoda. Jabba the Hutt.
Gangster. I already said that's Disney Plus. Do this. You got the Hutts. You got meets the Sopranos. That would be the greatest fucking Star Wars show.
I'm good with that.
Plus, there's also a Wookiee Jedi from back in the day. Tywaka.
Oh yeah.
I would be down with that.
And the
first Wookiee Jedi. Ooh, that would be sick.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be
the Wookiee. They had a Wookiee Jedi in Clone Wars too, and he made his lightsaber out of wood.
Yes. Was it yellow? Then that's Tywaka. If it is, wow, they already used him. Never mind.
Know your Star Wars, Beau. All right, so quickly, I just want to talk about just a quick on this. Scott Derrickson exits Doctor Strange 2 over creative differences. A couple weeks ago, when they started talking about Doctor Strange 2, they said it was going to be like DC, Marvel's first horror movie, pretty much. Like Scott Derrickson's famously a horror director, so he said it was going to be more of a horror movie. Then recently, Kevin Feige came out and said, "Oh no, it's not. It's going to be PG-13. It's not a horror movie. It's going to have horror elements." And so that was kind of like the writing on the wall with that. So he exited this week over creative differences. Just Alex, what do you think? Just quick thoughts on this exit. First, let me just say I wasn't a big fan of Doctor Strange, the first one. I thought the visuals were fine, but I thought the character was better written in Infinity War than he was in his own movie. So I'm okay with. I'm okay with Scott leaving this, but what do you think about this?
I'll never be okay with Tilda Swinton as the ancient one. I'll never get over that.
Yeah.
She's not the ancient one, okay? She's the light-skinned one, and
the bald one.
The movie was okay. It was it wasn't great. So I really don't. I have no kind of like anticipation or I'm not excited about this at all. I hope that when it comes out, people say, "Wow, that was really good." So I have something good to see.
Yeah,
that's it. Fingers crossed, like with everything else, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Not much said about this. I'm like, it's whatever. Let's see. So the one big topic I want to talk about this week, Cristian Bale is rumored to be jumping into Thor: Love and Thunder, the next installment of the Thor series by Taika Waititi. So who's Bale going to play? That's the big question of the week. There's been rumors about maybe Beta Ray Bill he might be playing. The one rumor I'm kind of intrigued about him maybe possibly playing Victor Von Doom. If that kind of like piqued my like I was thinking about it so what are you guys' thoughts on this movie? Getting Cristian Bale, who's he going to play? Is he going to be like is he going to continue into the MCU? Is he going to just be this a one-off? Maybe just going to play a villain just for this movie, or is he going to be in the MCU going forward? So, Beau, I'll go to you first. Who do you think Bale's going to be playing in this movie?
I would love him to play Beta Ray Bill. I could see him, acting that out. But he's such a high-profile actor. Would he really, not let his face be seen and just lent, motion capture in his voice?
Like Bradley Cooper and Rocket?
Yeah.
Yeah. They haven't said, like, is he going to be like a voice? Is he going to do, is he going to actually be in it? Or is he
right.
Gonna...
and I was reading up on it, and it's like, they haven't said who he's going to play.
Well, that's
so
why I posed the question, Bo.
Yeah, exactly. So one of the first things I jumped to was like, what's somebody that, nobody would think? What's the character? Godslayer?
From the new one? From
the Godslayer.
I forgot his name. Damn. Yeah, the Godslayer.
But you can look it up. He's Godslayer.
In kind of the recent Thor storylines, there is a character who is a Godslayer, basically.
He goes around and kills the gods.
In
the Marvel Universe. Who?
Gore,
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I saw that name posted a couple places.
That's interesting.
I thought that would be...
I heard that, too. I heard the rumor that his first appearance recently spiked, Gore, is, I think it's Thor #2. The
Gore and Thor.
Came out in, 2015 or something like that. Thor #2 is the first appearance of this character, Gore, the Godslayer, and that character first appearance spiked up in price because of rumors of him being in that movie. So that's a good one.
Gore.
Okay.
One I saw that was actually kind of interesting too. Mephisto, him playing. I could see him playing the devil, like kind of. Because Mephisto's a fucking prick too. I can see him going fucking full prick and being.
Just ask Spider-Man.
Good for you.
I love that one, man.
Best rant ever. Yeah. Rick, who's Bale gonna play in this?
Dude, you know what? I haven't been able to get it out of my head that he would be a great Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
I just did not.
I've been thinking about it a lot too.
I did not think of that name when I thought of Doctor Doom.
No, me neither.
But
just
picturing
him as Victor.
That whole vain motherfucker. He's a good
great
looking
actor,
dude.
Man.
He's a good looking dude, and he's a fucking phenomenal actor.
Yes.
He carries. I mean, he has such presence, and that's what Doom has. Please, if this is what they're thinking, if Victor Von Doom is on the fucking table for Cristian Bale, this needs to happen.
Yeah.
You got your MCU fucking heavy for the fucking next fucking 3 phases.
Yeah, the MCU
but do
versus
the mask right.
No. I don't want to see the mask yet.
No. He'll be Victor Von Doom.
I want to see him Victor Von Doom.
Yeah.
No mask. Not yet.
Yeah.
Something's going to happen to him. Probably, maybe they'll introduce him in the Fantastic Four. Once the Fantastic Four movie comes out, they'll bring him into that movie.
But give me
Shit
that
will go down. But
Kirby.
Fucking Cristian Bale as fucking Von Doom. Make this happen. Make this fucking happen,
Victor
please.
Von Doom. Yes.
Make this fucking happen.
I think he has the voice. He has the look. He looks like kind of like the comic book Victor Von Doom too. Like so. This is like totally like.
He's a vain fuck, man.
It all depends.
That was a good twist right there.
Holy shit!
It takes.
don't fuck this up.
It all depends on Bale. Like, if is he going to sign up? Because like Rick said, Doom is going to be the villain of the next phase for sure. He's definitely going to be a big part because
next 3 phases.
He's going to be the villain for the next 10, 15 years of the MCU. And if you know Doctor Doom, he can he kind of plays both sides of the ball. Sometimes he joins them. Sometimes he has to team up with them just for the greater cause. So I think Bale,
when it benefits him.
I think
that.
Bale has the gravitas to do this well, and like Rick's passionate plea for this, I agree with him. Like, the more I think about it, the more excited I am, because I could just picture him in the suit doing spells and doing his thing, like, because Doom is a great sorcerer too. So him just like being in there as a sorcerer first of all, and like kind of like transitioning to like kind of you see the evolution of Von Doom.
That'd be great.
That'd
be awesome, dude.
My Peter sense is tingling on that one.
Yeah, right. Holy shit.
And Christian Bale would be set.
Yeah,
that would be like his.
He could carry it,
and then you pull the big flip and let people know why he learned sorcery and everything.
I just like the way you say sorcery.
Sorcery.
Is he like sorcery?
Southern sorcery.
He's the Southern sorcerer.
A sorcerer, a saucier.
He's a saucier.
He's a Southerner supreme.
Beau is a Southerner supreme.
Holy shit! That's another nickname to add to the list.
See my Doctor Strange pose?
The Southerner Supreme.
Somebody draw a picture of this. Matt, draw a picture of this.
Oh my god.
Fritchie, hook me up, brother.
You'll be getting a voicemail from Matt. I am the Southerner Supreme. Oh no, we killed Rick.
We broke Rick.
Sorry, quick. So back to Doom. Is that a rumor?
That's a rumor. Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard that in a couple places. Yeah.
That's the rumor.
I like that rumor.
They have not said any
Make
they
it
haven't
so.
anything official.
Yes.
So
I have spoken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like, anything less now than that?
like
It's
I heard,
like a
what was the
letdown,
other
man.
other rumors too? I heard like maybe Norrin Rad. I heard what was the other rumors?
Nova?
Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfer.
I would more
No, you got to bring
Yeah.
Doug Jones back as a Silver Surfer,
Yeah.
man.
Who else?
Fassbender.
I'm trying to think of Thor.
Fassbender would be a good one.
Yeah. Trying to think of more like Thor stuff, but yeah, like you hear that Doctor Doom shit, you like just want to be.
Yeah,
Doctor Doom.
I thought Beta Ray Bill off the
Yeah,
bat.
like,
Beta Ray Bill
You
was
say
cute.
when they
Thor.
said Beta Ray Bill and Christian Bale, I was like,
Yeah, okay.
with his British accent, he could be like, it'd be cool, Beta Ray Bill, And Beta Ray Bill is one of my favorite
He's
characters.
sick.
I love it.
True.
Man.
But he's sick.
Thank you, Walter
That book is just gonna
Simonson.
go up.
Thank you, Walter Simonson.
What issue was that? What Thor issue was that?
337.
Yeah, well, great cover by drawn by Walt Simonson. Great cover, first appearance of Beta Ray Bill. One of my
Yeah, Beta
Oh,
Ray
God,
Bill.
Simonson's run on
was a
Thor is
great-
amazing.
great character. What a great design character. Like looked like it was designed by Jack Kirby. Just what a lot of influence Walt Simonson has. Bale in the MCU is an intriguing thing. Hopefully it's not just a one-off villain role, some cheap villain role for one
Cheap
movie.
villain. No, make him Doom.
He needs to be a part of the MCU, and if they're gonna have like we said, Doom is gonna be the villain of the next phase of MCU. So if anybody's gonna pull it off, I think Bale is gonna
What about
be the man.
Galactus?
Bale as Galactus. You can kind of bring anybody in for Galactus. You just need the voice, right?
Yeah.
Who was the rumor? I think there was a big rumor about Galactus. Who were they saying?
It wasn't Keanu.
I think
They've been talking about getting Keanu in the MCU,
They're
but
talking about Keanu for fucking
Moon
Silver
Knight?
Surfer too.
I heard Keanu for Neymar.
Namor.
I heard him. I heard
Namor.
You're
Moon
gonna
Knight.
hear, you're gonna hear
Moon
Keanu
Knight.
for everything, not Doom though.
Keanu.
Heard
Adam Warlock.
I think Matthew McConaughey would have been good Adam Warlock.
Ooh, good call.
Was it
All right.
all right
all right.
Southern Supreme.
Galacta?
Southern
Oh,
Supreme.
man. Another classic. Oh man,
Calm down, Rick.
All right.
best episode ever already.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
See, we all got excited, man, with this talk. Damn it.
Dr. Doom.
Fast forward time.
I just want to see fucking Doctor Doom now. Fucking Christian Bale's Doctor Doom. Man.
Yeah, it's gonna. It's yeah. We'll see what happens. Okay, so that was great. Some great topics. So all right. So let's go to our pull list section of the day. So stuff we picked up during the week, good or bad, something you watched, something you listened to, something you, something that's, so something cool you picked up recently. So let's go start with you, Alex. What Madonna concert did you see this week?
No Madonna concerts. No Willie Nelson, nothing like that. So I rewatched the Watchmen HBO Watchmen series, and I feel bad that I didn't bring that up in the top 10 of when we did a recap of top 10. So the Watchmen TV series is great. I heard it didn't get a lot of viewers. It didn't get. It follows up with the comic book, and like the comic book, it introduces new concepts, new ideas, new mysteries, and it really brings it together. The show is great. I recommend you read the comic book first, and then check out the TV series. But I think both are very worthy. It's worth a watch. It's really, really good show. It starts off kind of slow and confusing, but it brings it all together in this really excellent way.
Cool.
Damon Lindelof did a great job.
Right.
So that's what I saw recently.
Yeah.
And I just got I just picked up these comic books. It's Batman Last Night on Earth.
Written by
Scott Snyder, illustrated by the great Greg Capullo. This is a cover. This is a cover from John Romita Jr.
Ooh, nice.
And this is from Jock.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's actually getting really good reviews. A lot of people are digging it. It's kind of like Scott Snyder's like
And
swan
this is
song on Batman, pretty
A
much.
Greg Capullo cover. So I only read the first issue, and it's very interesting. It's kind of like a futuristic take, I guess.
It's kind of like Batman: The End, almost.
It's almost like
Snyder's done it with Batman after this?
I think so. Yeah, he's kind of ending his JLA run, his Batman run. This is like his last Batman story, pretty much.
Yeah, Scott Snyder had an epic long run on Batman, like 10 years probably.
Yeah, it was pretty long.
He's been going on strong. So
yeah, he started Batman on.
So I picked that up. That's really great too.
What's that series called again?
It's called Batman Last Night on Earth.
Yeah.
I think it's just a 3-part series.
Yeah, I think it's collected next month or.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
And I read the first issue, and I promised myself I was going to read the next part. So those are my latest pickups.
Awesome.
All right.
Bojangles, what do you got?
Well, last two I picked up. Michelle actually picked them up for you. Thanks, babe. Savage Sword of Conan, number 10 and number 11. There's number 10. There's number 11. And the reason these are, key issues is Mr. Roy Thomas came back over and started writing Conan.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Legendary 70s, 60s Marvel writer. He was the...
and he's the number 2 editor behind Stan Lee at
yeah,
Marvel.
he was the heir apparent to Stan Lee. He came after Stan Lee.
Yep.
So they used to call him what? Stan the Man, Lee, and then Roy the Boy, Thomas.
That's him.
So
Beau famously loves Conan.
Yes, if you can't tell, yeah.
San Conrado. Yep. So, tell us a little bit about your Conan love, man. When did you start reading Conan?
When I was...
when did you start looking at it? Because we know you don't read comics.
Wow. I mean, I was in elementary school, and, I used to watch the Electric Company, and they had Spider-Man.
Yep.
So, automatically left Spider-Man. And then, I'm in the Marvel Comics section, and I'm like, ooh, Conan.
No.
It was
Conan.
It was a great cover. I picked it up. And as I got a little older, I realized these are based on, stories written by this man, Robert E. Howard. So then I went back and got those books and read those. Been a fan ever since. And that it was like a connect the dots thing. I learned all I could about Robert E. Howard. Come to find out, he was a good friend of H.P. Lovecraft.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So then I slide over there and start reading his stuff. Now I'm into horror. It's
a gateway drug, huh?
Exactly. Got to catch them all.
Don't let your kids read
the
Conan.
great Robert E. Howard.
Yes, sir.
So that's your pull list for the week?
That's my 2.
Cool.
Nice. And those are brand new stories, huh?
Yes.
By Roy Thomas.
Yes, Roy Thomas.
Actually, speaking of which, speaking of Conan, I actually have a Conan book on my pull list this weekend.
All right.
The Savage Avengers is actually...
which number is that?
This is number 9. I I picked up last
Yeah, I just picked
last
that one
issue up with
1/8.
it's a team up between Doctor Strange and Doctor Doom and Conan, which I didn't know I needed in my life. But I read issue 8 and issue 9. Really good storyline. Really fun issues. There's issue 8 has a scene with Doctor Doom and Conan having a sit down dinner, which is amazing. It's really great interactions. Like them. What's the villain's name again?
Cool and Goth.
Yeah, it's old villain.
Old villain,
Oh,
man.
super
What a
relevant. So
great, like,
they're going deep cuts on this. It's the
Yeah.
art's really good. Dugan is writing it. I'm actually might throw this on my on my pull. This has actually been really good the last 2 issues.
I need to go back and get those just
It
because
really
of that.
It's
just
really
got
good.
sucked in.
I'm really digging it. The interaction between Conan and Doctor Doom is hilarious. I love it, and I love how he interacts with Doctor Strange. The respect he has for Doctor Strange, unlike other people he has around him. He actually respects Doctor Strange for his power. So it's a great interaction with all three of them. I'm really digging this book. The last 2 issues were amazing. Also, I picked up X-Force number 5. The last couple weeks of X-Men books have been really amazing. This is continuing the trend. This book is great, some great action, great Wolverine stuff in this book. At one point, he gets torn apart, and Forge puts him back together.
Forge is there, yeah.
It's a great book. Forge is a badass. Great moments with Domino. If you haven't been reading some of the X books are alright, but X-Men, the proper X-Men series, and X-Force have been really good for this last couple weeks, and they're really stepping up their game. Also, I picked up the soundtrack to Rise of Skywalker. It's almost like John Williams it's kind of his greatest hits album in this book. They take a lot of tones. He kind of revisits a lot of his music from the past movies. So it's a great soundtrack. I just picked this up at. Was it Target? I think it was a Target exclusive thing. These are called CDs, kids. We used to buy them. We used to pick these up and put them in our players and play them before the internet. So yeah, I still like buying media, like the hard media, so I can own it. And I can, hey, here, you want to listen to this? Somebody can borrow it. I don't have to give them a thumb drive. But I picked that up. Also, I picked up this little guy right here I found it in the wild. Shang-Chi, the Master of Kung Fu. Soon to be a major motion picture on the MCU, I believe, filming now. But just an excellent figure. I love this figure so much. He came with like 1 billion hands, and you could pose him in different cool karate poses. Kung fu poses. I don't want the internet to be bad, but it's a beautiful figure. I love this figure a lot. It's been fun like playing with him the last couple of days. But a big fan of the character. From the 70s, kind of came out of that Bruce Lee Kung Fu era. Like everybody was making karate and Kung Fu films. Kind of almost like an exploitation kind of series. Definitely some of the stuff that you can't do today with some of the villains, so they're gonna have to rewrite some of the history on this character. But a great character, had a great run of books, greatly designed character, just a badass looking figure. So definitely one of them.
Was good.
Yeah. Which one?
So was
Mike Zeck.
Oh, yeah.
He did his
so
run.
was the Paul Gulacy and Gene Day.
Yeah.
True.
Very underrated run in comics, and I believe they're being collected. I think there's an omnibus that just came out, right?
There's several omnibus.
Ask the doctor.
There's Omnibuy.
Omnibuy.
There's a lot of. If you want to read Master of Kung Fu, I mean, I think he's got to be based on Bruce Lee, right? Like,
oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You know,
Bruce Leroy. So yeah, those are my pickups for the week. Rick.
So I got to listen to Wolf Mother. They dropped a new album.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I listened to them on Spotify. Fucking dope, man. It's
Wolf Mother.
They're great
Speaking
album.
of wolf, right? We talked about wolves.
Yeah. So great. It's actually a really good. It's a really good album. It's not as good as the other albums that they've done, but doesn't mean that it's not a great album. It's still a good album, you know.
Yeah.
And it was fucking very, very enjoyable. And I also I watched The Lighthouse.
Oh, Willem Dafoe?
Yeah.
How
The
is
main
that?
reason I wanted to watch it is because of Pattinson.
Emily on this show said that.
Yeah,
was
so
haunting.
I watched it because she gave such a resounding review. And I was like, you know what, I want to check it out because she mentioned A24. A24 has been killing it. So, but Robert Eggers and I think it's his brother, Max Eggers, they came up with this. Dude, beautifully shot. Pattinson, I can't wait to see him as Batman.
Yeah.
Wow.
Really?
I can't wait
What
to see him as
a
Batman.
twist!
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's just like you can see. It's like he transformed himself. I'm glad that he wanted to do something like let's get him away from his Twilight fandom, because he could have easily fallen into that and used that to parlay himself into I'm gonna do romantic movies from now on and stuff like that. No, he went total art house. It's almost like the route kind of like a guy like Christian Bale took. Like he wanted to be known for his craft.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
why Christian Bale fucking blew up at McGee. McGee's a fucking idiot.
He was good in that movie, Good Times.
Yeah, talk about Dr. Doom. Yeah, no
I
doubt.
think one thing to go back to the Bale thing, like, hey man, you want to not be known as Batman forever. So
And Dr. Doom would be a
I think that would fucking make people forget about Bruce Wayne. But okay, so
so the Lighthouse, very Edgar Allan Poe-ish kind of thing. I loved it. Ending was cool. Visuals are great.
It's black and white too, right?
It's black and white.
Man. There's something about old black and white movies that just brings there's a certain aesthetic that it just delivers.
Yeah.
But Willem Dafoe, as much as I love Pattinson, Willem Dafoe just fucking he chews up every bit of screen time the guy got, and you just can't take your eyes off of his performance.
Nice.
Dude, so Willem Dafoe is just once again he delivers.
Godspeed, Spider-Man. Cool. Cool. That's good picks.
Right on.
Michelle, you got any pull list for us this week?
Well, I actually finished watching The Mandalorian. I binge watched, thank goodness,
yeah.
and I loved it.
Yes.
And so I don't always buy pop figures, but I did pick up a Cara Dune pop figure, and she arrived today.
Nice.
And she looks hot, and I might want to costume as her.
Oh yeah, Gina Carano. Yeah, I have a huge crush on that character.
Love her.
Man.
So
That's wife goal. That's wife goals right there.
And one more thing, I actually went on the you guys know the Super 7
store,
right?
Shout out
the
Super
San
7.
Francisco.
Shout out
I
Super
went
7.
I went and got a pre-order of the Conan Barbarian Ultimate Figures.
Nice.
So it's
Oh, you did?
Yes,
I've been
So
I need to
Conan,
get that.
Thulsa Doom, Rexor, and Thorgrim. Pick that up.
Rick's store for sure.
So yeah, if you haven't seen that, go on Super 7.
Yeah,
Check
they're
that
cool.
out.
Yeah, I love Super 7. Those guys over there are awesome, man. They're great guys. Friends of the show.
So that's mine.
Awesome. That's great. Let's see how much time we got. All right, we're gonna go through this kind of quick because we got a big game to watch in a couple of minutes. So our hidden gems. We're gonna kind of go through them. We'll want to be quick and what have you. So Alex, we'll start with you.
So
Barry, Alex.
So quick hidden gem, Cosmic Odyssey. This is going to either Ray or Michelle, depending on if you have it or not. Basically, it's a Dark Side Marvel DC event from the 80s, written by the great Jim Starlin, illustrated by the great Mike Mignola. It's basically it's just a great story, and that's my pick. I'm not going to say too much about it, but it's a good. Jim Starlin is really good at those cosmic space drama type stories. And so I brought that, and then real quick also, since I brought up Greg Capullo, so I brought this one. This is my this is the Battle 0 Year Survival Batman. You can see it right there, and it is signed by Greg Capullo. And
actually, there was some leaked footage from the set of Batman, and supposedly he has that costume.
I love the design. They make him all muscular and like he's just like ready for. He's got a bow and arrow.
Short sleeves.
He's short sleeves. He's got like
Summertime fun.
Somebody.
That's how I want Yoda to dress.
Somebody that's working out needs to costume as this. And that's my pick. There
awesome.
You go.
Thank you. Cool. Wow, that was pretty quick for Alex. But we got.
I got two little ones. One of them is Marvel went back and they brought this back. Yes, Power Pack.
Yeah.
This was originally a series by Marvel back in 85? I'm thinking 85, 86.
Probably 86, 87.
87.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it got discontinued, and then they brought it
written
back.
by the great Wheezy.
Louise Simonson.
Wheezy. Name's Wheezy, okay?
It's Walter's wife.
Yeah, Wheezy.
She's
Married
cool.
to Walt Simonson.
Yeah,
creator.
very cool. It's you know how they always say Spider-Man is the everyman hero because you can relate to him. Well, this is a bunch of young kids that get superpowers. So, yes, you can definitely relate to this storyline. Check it out. I'm not going to spoil anything.
Spoiled.
My other one, I can't really actually show it, but I can show you in the previews. It's going to be this when it comes out. Conan the Serpent Wars.
They're on the second issue right now.
Are they?
Yeah.
Crap, I got to go to the store.
Yeah. It's pretty much pretty much Beau the comic book. It's you got Solomon Kane,
my
Moon
guy.
Knight, Conan.
I could do costume as this guy.
It's Beau. It's
Yes.
specifically made for Beau. It's like Beau must have had a conversation with somebody at Marvel. It's like, if you want me to read a comic from today, this is what I need. I need Solomon Kane,
Scott
Conan.
Hanna. Scott
I need them
Hanna
all.
and Dragon Con.
I need them all in the same book. If they're in the same book, I'll start reading them. So that's what it took.
He's like, that's
Seriously, it was Scott Hanna. Oh, this is my other one. This is my goodbye to 2019, but my man passed away, Peter Mayhew. This is a commemorative coin.
Rest in peace, Chewbacca.
We miss you, Peter.
All right,
Ray.
on.
Rick, what do you got?
all right. So,
Oh, nice.
so
Oh, we got the Batman. We're
So
the Batman. We're the Batman fans.
yeah. So,
You and I, man.
so
She looks kind of badass.
this is from my DC Universe, my DC Universe Collector's Edition. When I first bought it for PS3, it actually came with that figure. I think the design's based on a
Talk
Jim
to the
Lee.
hair.
It's based on the Jim Lee design, and Jim Lee pretty much had a hand in designing the whole game. So it's just one of the
That's a
rare
badass
figures
statue.
that I think.
Yeah.
I think there were only.
You got that with the game, right? You bought
Yeah,
that
I think 1,000 sold for the pre-orders.
Ooh,
I was one
nice.
of the. I think I might have been one of those thousand. So.
You're number one on our hearts, Rick.
Well, it's one of my favorite
That's
pieces,
awesome,
man.
That's cool.
That's cool. Michelle, what's your
I don't have
no
one,
hidden gem? So
no.
Beau's your
Beau's
hidden
your
gem.
hidden
He's my hidden gem. I delivered
Thank you,
him.
Michelle, for sharing.
I'm just
Can I ask them?
Keeping
You
zirconium.
incubated the egg when he arrived.
You
He's like
show,
Mork.
You gotta show your shirt, Rick. You gotta show
He,
your shirt.
he arrived.
Which one?
Beau arrived to
Oh.
Earth like a Mork from Mork and Mindy in a big egg. And she,
So Rick's.
Nanu.
I'm working. So Rick's
Beau
got a
and
cool
Mindy.
shirt. Rick's got a couple cool shirts.
Yeah.
You
Spawn!
Oh, wait.
That's
You
why we have to have.
you wore it in honor of Beau
We
because
do-
Beau is
definitely
a huge
wore it in honor of
Spawn fan.
I am
Beau,
a
you
huge
got
Spawn.
you got Spawn tattoo, right?
Yeah, it's all apparel in this
Fucking
shirt.
love this
Can't
guy.
show
That
it.
was awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.
So yeah, wore it fucking Spawn. Yeah. In his
Spawn way.
And what's the other shirt you got
And
under
then
there?
Oh.
yeah, it's the Get Along Gang, man.
Horror
got
movie.
Lady
Yeah, you
friend
got all
gave
the
him that?
horror guys
Alright,
in there.
good
You
job.
got Scream. You got Ghostface,
Ghostface
Voorhees,
Killer.
Myers, Krueger,
Leatherface.
Chucky.
That.
Eddie and the Krugers.
Oh, it was a
Eddie and the
gift.
Krugers.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Eddie and the
It's great.
Krugers.
Eddie and the Cruisers.
That was right, man.
It works. That's a great, great shirts all around. I love
True,
everybody's
true.
shirts. Ray KO.
Oh! And it's on film.
It had to happen.
Keep your head on a swivel.
I am wearing the great Ernie
No
Chan.
fear, baby. No
only,
fear.
only guy who's ever been Ray KO'd like
Back
back
to
to
back.
back. He got
You got a plaque
he
for
got
that
a
one.
Ray KO and he got a Rick KO. So he got two.
It was like too many zoos. It was like no, too many Ray KOs.
RKO, Rick and Ray.
Yeah, he got
RKO.
RKO.
So my hidden gem for this week, I last night binge watched like the first 7 episodes of Gargoyles.
Yeah.
One of the
Yeah.
greatest. It still holds up. What a great show, man! The animation is great. The storyline, the mythology they build from that show is so great. I can't wait to get to the second season. It was one of my favorite seasons of TV. Up there with Batman the Animated Series is one of the best cartoons ever.
Keith David doing Goliath.
Keith David.
voice.
You have
Jonathan Frakes.
Jonathan Frakes as the villain of the series. Who played Elisa? I forgot. It's a great voice cast. The
Yeah.
characters are great. The mythology they build from the characters is great. The history they make from the characters. And I'm watching these first episodes and like, oh yeah, they call back to a lot of this stuff like in later seasons. I think the last couple seasons they had where they kind of tried to switch the format up, kind of wrote it. But the first three seasons of this show,
Solid.
fucking amazing. I love this show so much. So yeah, I can't wait to like watch more of them because I'm gonna just binge watch all of them because they're so good. My Hidden Gem. If you haven't seen that show, if you didn't grow up with that, maybe you missed it or you're a little too old, too young, but an amazing show. Who's the
girl?
Sally Richardson. Okay,
Sally
yeah. Oh man, I had a crush on her. Great show, great acting. Like Keith David is amazing as a voice of the Goliath, the main character.
Frank Welker.
Yeah.
Oh God, Frank Welker does voices in everything.
Yeah.
If you
Ed
don't
Asner.
know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Ed Asner.
Asner.
He
Oh,
plays
wow.
Hudson. Yeah, he's
The great Ed Asner.
Yeah, great cast. Like the guys who play the gargoyles are great, and yeah, it just brings me back to like just a great show.
Oh,
Ed
yeah.
Asner and Cobra Kai. sorry, don't mean to be.
Some of these shows you watch now, like some of these cartoons from like the 80s and 90s you watch, and like they don't hold up. They're kind of like, oh yeah, you remember from nostalgia, like just certain shows that. But this one, definitely one of the ones that holds up. Really awesome. Can't wait to watch some more of them. But Gargoyles, Hidden Gems.
There's a whole bunch. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Tim Curry, Michael Dorn,
Yeah.
Matt
Damn.
Frewer. He's
Matt Frewer, Max Headroom.
Sheena Easton. I mean, tons of
Sheena
people.
Easton?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Rachel Tickerton. She was in
Predator.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no.
Total Recall.
Clancy
Total
Brown.
Recall.
there you go.
Clancy Brown, John Rhys Davies. I mean, tons of people. I'm gonna watch this.
Yeah.
It's
Thanks
the
for
only
that,
thing that has
Jeff.
a cast
Gargoyles.
like that
Yeah,
would be
great voice
Batman the
cast.
Animated Series.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah.
A lot of crossovers there too. Gargoyles. Fucking awesome show. I love that show. That was awesome. This was
Great time.
This might be the best show I think we've done. Beau.
Each
Fun.
Yes,
week
sir.
it gets better and better.
It's fun.
Beau, it's been all the hype has lived up to this show. It's been a great show. Beau, thank you for coming on. Michelle, thank you for coming on. Beau, you have any last words for the internet?
I just want to, let's see. Oh, we're doing shout outs. Let me shout out my boy Sergio, my neighbor across the street. We're going to see Tool next week.
Oh yeah.
And
Cool. Alex, what do you got? Who you?
Nice to be here again. Go Niners!
Go
Yeah.
Niners!
There you go.
We got a big game today. Oh my God! Let's get it cracking.
Michelle, what do you got? Any shout outs you want to give up?
Go Niners.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Go Niners.
Rick.
Go Niners, bang, bang, Niner gang. I'd like to shout out to
Bang,
everybody.
bang, bang.
Yeah,
All right, Bam Bam.
Graham, Emily,
Graham, yeah. Shout out Graham.
Phil, thanks everybody who's supporting the channel. Tell your friends. Tell your
Like and subscribe.
yeah, like and subscribe, man.
Yeah.
Keep us going. We wanna do more, and tell us, keep us in the comment section, guys. If there's things you guys want to see, things or top 10 lists that you want us to get involved in, we'll definitely do that stuff.
Things
so.
we could talk about, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh,
Definitely.
awesome. Yeah, shout out all the shops that support us. Amazing Fantasy, Cards and Comics Central, Mission Comics, Fantastic Comics, Super 7. Shout out to, like you said, Graham for making the intro. Shout out for Emily for our logo. Coming soon. Watch out for more cool shit. Possibly have his state of address coming hopefully Wednesday, Thursday, Wally West.
I'm waiting for that.
Yeah,
one,
so
man.
we'll be working on that this week. Look out for that. Cool. This has been awesome. From here at the Razium live. Thanks again to the Southerner Supreme. All right. Let's get ready. Go Niners.
Go Niners, bang bang.
Peace out, everybody.
Oh yeah.